Is this happening? What's up, you guys? I'm literally sitting on the floor of my bedroom. This feels like the most old school style video. I'm gonna put on a little bit to start of this Ilia Balmy Tint Hydrating Lip Balm and Hold Me. My lips have been so chapped. The last like week I've been really sick. And I ironically have like no mirror in front of me. I probably should have gotten a mirror. Yeah? Should I get a mirror? Okay. She's back and she has a mirror. Bless. How do we do this? Oh my god. So bad breath for running up the stairs. I'll show you my makeup routine and things I've been using and loving lately. And I'm thinking though that I'm not going to talk too much about the makeup. I kind of want to talk about like life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, you know? So I will have everything listed in the description bar. Rose ink. This is Skin Enhanced Luminous Tinted Serum, and I'm going to put this on with my fingers. I feel like I did my skincare this morning, and I feel like my skin, I don't usually use a primer. I just put my skincare, and this is light for me, okay? I bought this a long time ago, but it's okay. It really becomes like a second skin. My foundation is the right color, so we're going to be okay. That has just made me 3 shades paler than I actually am. Like, let me show you my everyday makeup routine, things I'm loving, and let's start by using something that I've literally not used in 6 months. Because that makes sense. We're starting over. We're taking this off. I can't do it. Makeup tutorial take 3. We're actually going to do things the way that we did. We just washed our face. We washed all of it off. We put on our normal moisturizer. Now we're going to go in with our Luminous Silk. And I'm going to not talk about makeup, and I'm just going to do my makeup. That's what I'm going to do. Because I want to talk about other things. So anyway, how are you? What's happening in your life? What's new? I have been working on some different things with my mind. I feel like I go through these stages of forgetting and then remembering that we control our reality. We control our thoughts and our feelings and how we respond to situations, and sometimes I just forget that for a time and then I remember it again and I'm like, oh yeah, let's actually focus on like what feels good and what we want to focus on, and let's not focus on like what we don't want to focus on, you know? And so one of those things for me, if you've been here for like a hot minute, you know there have been a lot of different seasons in my life where I struggled with anxiety and just those kind of like what if thoughts and doubt thoughts. And I decided, I had this thought today. I was literally driving the kids, I was like driving home from taking the kids to school, and I had this thought of what if, because that's what my brain likes to do, is what if instead of thinking what if, I thought of thank God. So instead of thinking, for instance, like I've been sick the last few days and I've been trying to do all the holistic things because I love the holistic things. But then I've also been doing some of the like ibuprofen, like things like that too. And I was like, instead of saying, what if I take this medicine and die? My brain is really dramatic sometimes. My brain is silly. It does silly little things. What if instead of that, I said, thank God for this medicine that is helping my body to feel significantly better today. Thank God that there is something that can get rid of this horrible sinus pain and congestion so that I can breathe through my nose, you know. And it just kind of clicked. It just changed my perspective like instantly. And I was like, I just like looking for these kind of quick interruptions and quick fixes for my thoughts, because they can just get so loud, and basically I call it like the spiral where they just get so loud and I'm trying to just find a way out. But sometimes instead of like finding a way out, I dig in and I let the spiral just kind of completely take me over and then like dictate my actions and the further thoughts that I have, and let it just kind of roll. And I'm like, that's not what we want to do. Like, we're putting too much energy and attention into the what ifs and the potential, the future tripping, than we are the gratitude and the like, you know, reality, which is like nothing bad has happened like in this present moment. In fact, it's all actually like good. It's like you're feeling better. You're doing the things, you know? So anyway, that is my current challenge to myself. So if anybody would like to take that challenge on, I'd recommend it. I'm only one day in, but so far it's going great. That's one thing that I've been thinking a lot about. And then, I don't know if you guys know who Amanda Francis is, but I'm a really big fan of hers. And I just think it's like good to have people in, like, that you're, you know, paying attention to or consuming their content, right? Because I'm not really on social media. I consider YouTube as more of like a TV platform versus like a social media platform, even though it can be social media platform. I just, anyway, that's just kind of how I think about it. But I think it's good to have people in your like energy and in your mind, just like reminding you of your own power and your own just possibility, just like reminding you that you're amazing and that you're worthy and you're deserving. And sometimes, like, even though we don't want to need that external validation, I don't even think it's external validation. It's just like these reminders. It's just, you know, like you popping into this video and like maybe hearing me talk about the like what if turning into a thank God, like maybe you're like, oh, that was such a good reminder. You know, it's like we need people. We are social creatures. We're meant to like be around people, talk to people, raise our children in a village, like have other people around, not just like be isolated and by ourselves. And you know, it's just like not how we're meant to live. It's not like how God created us. And whatever you believe in, universe, all the things, you know, you can replace it if like God is triggering for you, you know, insert what you believe. But I do just think that it's important to just like have these reminders. And so I'm just in like a phase of remembering and reminding myself of how powerful I am and that I hold the tools to change my life, change my thoughts, change my actions. And that's just a really cool, that's just like a really cool thing. So yeah, just reminding you too that you are also that. You are powerful and you can change your thoughts and change your patterns and change your reality. And I think that so many times I find myself in the same patterns in slightly different ways. But then once I like reflect on it, journal on it, think about it a little bit more, I see that it's like the same pattern. And one of those things for me is like continuously finding something to fix. And I'm reading this great book. It's called Your Erroneous Zones by Wayne Dyer, and he actually wrote it in like 1976. And Wayne passed a few years ago. But he is like one of my favorite just spiritual teachers. If you know Gabby Bernstein, Wayne Dyer was actually like a really big mentor to her, and she loved him so much. And I just, when I first kind of found my way into the more spiritual kind of like new age movement outside of, you know, the traditional God and Christianity that I was raised in, like I found Wayne and just like his work, and he was a psychologist and a PhD, and so he talks so much about the mind and like exactly what I'm talking about. And he talks about having like an inefficiency mindset versus like a growth mindset or outlook or however you want to say it. And it was so fascinating because I thought all this time, like, I have a growth mindset. I want to be better. I'm trying to be better. But it's because I'm trying to fix a part of myself versus just like naturally evolving and growing and like working towards growth for the sake of growth instead of just trying to like fix something. So the pattern that I'm in, that I get into consistently is like, okay, what's next? What do I need to fix? Well, I get anxiety about this. So let's like exposure therapy that and like work on that and like fix that problem. And that's just like missing the point of growth. And it's also actually I have the book. Here it is. In your quest to become as happy and fulfilled in your life as you choose to be, you can be motivated by two types of need. The more common form of motivation is called imperfection or deficiency motivation, while the healthier variety is labeled growth motivation. So it's basically just like you could be motivated out of a desire to grow rather than repair your deficiencies. And I just thought it was really, really fascinating because I'm like, this whole time I've been like, I am a growth mindset person. I want to be better. And it's like, yeah, but you're motivated on the growth, not just to grow. for the sake of growth and learning and knowledge and, you know, whatever it might be. You're growing to improve deficiencies. And like, that's not like a healthy mindset to have around growth. So it's kind of like radically shifted my perspective on life in the last week. Your Erroneous Zones by Wayne Dyer, 10 out of 10 recommend. And I'm not even halfway through it. But I just love it. I love him. I think he's such a kind soul. And it is interesting, like, the book was released in like 1976. I went and looked at the original copyright because it's not like dated isn't the right word to say, but you can tell that it was not written today. But they republished it in like 2000. And anyway, it's just really good. And I've read a lot of his other stuff that's really good too, but I had not read this one. And the subtitle is Step-by-Step Advice for Escaping the Trap of Negative Thinking and Taking Control of Your Life. I just think it's just so good. Just so good. And I just think the more that I can focus on joy and the positive outcome, it's like today when I was telling myself, like, instead of saying, what if you said thank God, I started thinking, yeah, and like, instead of thinking, you know, this is the worst case, what's the worst case? Why don't you think about what's the best case, you know? That's what got me thinking it. Because in my head, I think I was saying, like, what if this happens? And then I was like, why do you always think of the worst case scenario? Like, in every situation. Like, can we just think of the best case scenario and, like, how this all might work out exactly in your favor, exactly how you want it to, like, in an amazing way? And yeah, you can. It's just a shift in thinking. It's like not any more dramatic than that. And is it like actually that simple? It's that simple, but is it that easy? No, because we've had thousands and thousands and thousands of thoughts that have compounded into the beliefs that we have about ourselves, right? Because a thought is just a belief or a belief is just a thought that you keep thinking. And so we have to then unravel it with thousands of thoughts of thinking the opposite way. So that's why I love like the little simple fixes of, not fixes, we're not using that word. It's why I love the little simple tricks of saying, like, interrupting patterns of thinking, because that's really where I feel I have such a great positive growth opportunity for myself, not to fix anything that's broken, but just to level up my thinking and interrupting it, not letting it take you deeper into the spiral is something that I just really, really want to do. I really want to do it. Also, this mascara is so next level. I got like a sample of it. It's Kosas Soul Gazer. You guys probably already know about it, but it's amazing. 10 out of 10 recommend. And I'm back on the ambient light palette. There's just like nothing exactly like it. It is next level. Bought it on my birthday. I'm mostly like a clean makeup girly. I like the clean, like, non-tox makeup. But on my birthday, Tim, we were like waiting for a dinner reservation, and we were like close to a mall, and he was like, we were early, and he was like, let's just go to Sephora and then you can pick out some stuff. And I was like, well, I was just there and they don't sell like a ton of clean stuff. He was like, can you just let yourself off the hook for a minute and just like get something that you love, that you know you're gonna love? And I was like, what tomfoolery is this? So I went in and I instantly started just gravitating to all these things that I used to love and used to use all the time, and I picked them up. I got like the Dior Forever bronzer. I got the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I got the ambient lighting palette. That might be all of like the dirty makeup that I got, but it felt naughty. But I love this lighting palette. It's the volume 2. And I just like the bronzer in it is so beautiful. The shades are like just right for my skin tone of the other colors, where I can just put them like all over. I don't think we're going to layer in the Dior bronzer. I think this one will be good enough. But you know what I really want is the Stila Kitten. I saw something about it the other day. It just like popped up and I was like, oh my gosh, I want that highlighter. I forgot about that highlighter, and just like how much I loved it. That putty, like the first putty highlighter, I feel like the one that everybody was obsessed with. But anyway, so that's kind of my 2 cents in what I'm doing with my brain right now. How I'm trying to help my brain is every time I think that I am. And Amanda Frances to me is kind of, maybe I'll do a little bit of the Dior. Amanda Frances to me is kind of just like she's not like the modern day Wayne Dyer, but she does have a degree in psychology, and she was like a therapist and like mental health counselor, whatever you want to call it, and she has some really good insights, and she has a deeply spiritual background because she was raised going to a lot of Bible school and stuff like that, and she just has really positive beliefs. Now her focus is on like money, but it like applies to everything. Like her work applies to everything. So anyway, I need one more thing, and I just love her. And so she just did this like manifestation moment, kosas haloed shiny objects. I just got this, and it's like a manifestation moment, like 2-day training. And I just finished the second video, and there are just some really good journaling activities. It's really just about what do you want, and like if you had the thing, if you could, this was my favorite question, and this, I'll give you this, then I'll be like, I don't want to like take Amanda's content, so you should just go and do the whole training. Like 100% recommend. But it's like, if you knew you would get it no matter what, there would be no negative repercussions. Nobody would feel any type of way about you. It wouldn't have any negative side effects at all. Like, what would you want? I think that's such an interesting way to like phrase that question, that just like had me like asking myself, what do I want? And yeah, I just finished the training. I did a lot of journaling today, and I instantly texted him and I was like, date night, I did so much journaling today. We need to like, when the kids go to bed, we work shopping. So anyway, it's hard to talk while I line my lips. Gosh, I haven't used this in so long, but I wore this every day for so long, you guys. This is the world's best lip liner, and it's clean. It's Liss Beauty in Lavish. It's literally all of the wording is like rubbed off. And then I was just gonna put something chill over it. Oh yeah, the Ilia. It's a good color match. And then I don't have my number one setting spray that I've been using recently is the D'Alba First Spray Serum or something like that, and it's really, really good. I don't like to use it before I do my makeup. I think it makes my makeup pill a little bit, which nobody likes. Nobody likes that. But I do really love it. It's so good. I just left it downstairs, and so I'm gonna use this because I had it upstairs in my beauty room, and it's the Tower 28 Save Our Skin Daily Rescue Facial Spray. Ooh, and I like to give myself a nice, healthy Ritzy Spritz because your girl, she likes the glow. Let's see. This is the finished makeup look. And that's that. I hope you guys had fun talking about life with me, hanging out, you know, doing our thing. It's been a hot minute, but it was really fun to hang out with you, and it was fun to do my makeup on camera. It's been a hot minute. This has been my everyday look for so long. That thing I've been doing on my lids, because I used to use bronzer, but I just haven't really wanted to do a bunch of brushes, and so I got this sartorial Solo Shadow Sheen from Merit, and it's really just this like kind of bronzy brown shade. Nothing too crazy, but anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, and subscribing the bell. We're still gonna do lots of other things. It's not just gonna become a makeup channel, but this felt really fun to film today, so I decided to do it, and I hope you guys have a great day. Okay, see you next time. Bye.